Good day to everybody. This is Kevin Stewien, South African prisoner of the Irish government, now 16 years. In 2002, and I repeat, the truth never changes. Truth stays the same. In 2002, as a South African in South Africa, they flew people in to test and employ contractors to Ireland. They nominated me in 2002 and handed me a 10-year contract, which is legal law, and flew me to Ireland. In 2004, I notified the Irish government, Mary Harney, Bertie Ahern, and the Irish Garda commissioner that a doctor was extorting money and taking life for 35 euros that he was making. And then they had me paralyzed for 7 years till dead on OxyContin. And that is a contractor, that is a professional that they brought to this country to represent his nation and his people, South Africa. They don't tell people the truth. They try and hide it. And after 2010, having come back from the dead, my wife revived me after 4 hours. It should have been a corpse. The doctors themselves made a statement and they said, "We're not going to let you back. Go home." And that was to die. And they knew it. But they don't declare to my people any truth. They don't tell my government how many millions of euros they have extorted and laundered through a South African professional businessman. They don't tell the South African government and the people of South Africa and Africa about how many millions they have extorted out of Africa and at the cost of Africa and African lives. They don't tell anybody that. You see it on the news, mainstream media, how they say how they sell the dead children off for experiments, using the dead children for experiments. But they don't tell the world that their experiments don't only go to children. It's been through men, women, and children. I had, in 2007, people secretly fly me out of Ireland into Great Britain, where people were going to save my life. And then they were ordered. The doctor came to me and said to me, "We have been instructed not to touch you. We send you back because they say you belong to them. You're the property of the Irish government." They don't tell anybody that. They don't tell any of my people the truth. They don't tell my people how they tortured a South African professional to death, how they tortured a South African wife and mother, how they continue to torture a South African mother and wife. They don't tell you how they tortured children, South Africans, that came to save my life. They were in South Africa. My wife and children were in South Africa. I had no intention of bringing them to Ireland. I came here alone as a professional to do a job. And when I saw my life being threatened, when I saw the things that were taking place, I telephoned my wife and begged her to come save my life from the hands of these people, these criminals, human traffickers, sellers and buyers of men, women, and children. They don't tell you that. I wrote to my government, South Africa, and the president of South Africa gave me a human trafficking reference number and violation by legal law because he knew what was right and what was wrong, and what they were doing was despicable. And then he said, you must keep in touch and keep writing to us to tell us, update us what the Irish government are doing. And I did that. And then you have Soros bribing people, but they don't tell you that because they were doing this for the Obamas and Clintons. They were working through that. My death was ordered by the Obamas and Clintons. They paid millions into that to keep and hide their secret from the world. That's what happened. And then they committed medical fraud, insurance fraud. The state of Ireland today, as you see it, every single aspect written to the government of Ireland, informing them of what was taking place, and that if you don't change and pull it right, you're not going to make it through. And instead, they continued to steal from my government and my people. I came as a professional with my own pensions and my own salary, my own setup, protecting my family. As every South African knows, you earn your money, you work for your money. Business is not stolen business. You build business and you build it right. And you see the Irish, all they're doing, they can only steal, kill, and destroy. And for holding my own salary 9 years, that is not a mistake. That is intent to do harm. That is intent to kill and destroy an entire family. To have the Irish government declare me a South African professional a threat to the state of Ireland. I have done nothing. And I ask you, and I ask the world, what crimes have I committed? Show me the crime that I have committed. Ireland government, tell the world, what crimes has this South African committed in this country, in this nation? As a professional South African contractor to Ireland. Then they arrest me publicly, humiliate me, threaten me, have people threaten me publicly, thrown into prison, and on request of a doctor and on request of a lawyer, then by force physically have me thrown out of the prison that they arrested me for and put me in and tried to keep me in prison. Perhaps that was their means of getting me into prison and then making me disappear. quietly. That's how they do it. Throw a man into prison, and then when nothing gets said or done, he just suddenly dies. Oh, he had a heart attack. This was what happened. I'm alive because of one solitary truth, because of God, because of the Lord. Nobody comes back from the dead. Nobody. After 4 hours, no human being has recovered from multi-continent death. Thank you very much for listening to this.